So for us, consensus of the companions agreed on the corpus of the Quran.
Didn't Uthman burn 7 of them before he decided which Quran he wanted?
No, Uthman quality controlled the manuscripts because people...
He brought them all together, didn't he? To bring them off people, and then the one he didn't
Where did you get that from?
It's in your doctrine.
It's not.
So we come in.
It's not. That's what I'm asking you.
He didn't like them.
Where is it in our doctrine?
So we burnt them.
Where?
And then put one together.
Where is it in our doctrine?
Muhammad went to
where?
Muhammad Qadi and asked him.
And you say you've got one Quran, but you don't have
where? No, those are Qira'as.
The Quran.
The Quran is not different by Allah.
No, Qira'as are not different Qurans.
The different Qurans all the
So
time.
Wash and the...
That's an anti-Islamic website answering Islam.
No, but that's...
Why are you going on an anti-Islamic website to teach me about Islam?
Okay. So you know about Islam, but you don't know that the first lot of Qurans were burned?
You're saying it's in our creed. Which creed is it in?
What do you mean you by creed?
Brother.
What did you say? It's in our theology, right? Yeah.
I said, so at the beginning,
Yeah.
all the Qurans were brought in because they didn't...
When I asked you for proof, what proof did you give? What word did you use?
So back in the day...
Doctrine. Where in the doctrine?
It's all recited, wasn't it?
Where in the doctrine? One step. You said it's in the doctrine, yeah? Did you say it's in the doctrine? Where in the doctrine?
Let me explain. So you said it needs to be every Muslim used to be able to recite it, didn't they? The Quran, the Holy Quran. So what happened is because the people, when you went to war at first, you used to always think that the people who could recite the Quran wouldn't be killed anymore, and realised that they were getting killed. Okay, so when they were getting killed, Uthman and I can't remember what the other guy was, sent somebody around to get all the doctrines of the Quran, all the original bits of the Quran.
He's calling them doctrines.
Sorry, my words.
I know they're your words, they're just the wrong words.
He brought them together, and because he didn't like what it was, he said, I like this one. All the rest got burned.
Okay, now I'll let you finish, yeah?
I could burn the Quran.
Why have you gone back?
Look at me.
Can you listen to the answer then? What do you mean go on then? Come forward. So you said it's within our doctrine that Uthman went around or sent somebody around to collect all the manuscripts. So number one, you need to first show us that it's in our doctrine. Number two, who was it that was sent around to collect all of the manuscripts? Now, in response to that, number one, Uthman did not burn all of the manuscripts. Some manuscripts, they were edited. Some of them were put in flowing water. Some of them were burnt. Why? Because that's how we dispose of manuscripts. We even do that today as well. You're not going to say, yeah, Rodney down the street is... Brother, I listen to you, right? I listen to you, right? I listen to you, right? So listen to me as well. I'll just reiterate. It's one of the 3 ways that we dispose respectfully of the Quran. It happens today as well. Brother, come forward and listen to the answer. Listen to the answer. You just asked me the same thing again. So you're not listening because now I'm spending double time and energy responding to the same thing. It's how we dispose of the Quran respectfully. Now, when it came to the time of Uthman radiallahu anh, it wasn't just at the time of Uthman. Even the previous companions, if they found manuscripts that things were written in the margins, we are not allowed to write things in the margins because they can eventually make their way into the main body of the text. That's why you will notice in the old manuscripts of the Quran, nothing is written in the margins. So it was quality controlled. Anything that was not according to that quality was burned, put in the river, or edited. All the companions at that time agreed, which is our 3rd criteria of ijma', agreement, and the Prophet gave permission, sanctioned what the companions say to be sunnah. So if the companions do something, it is the sunnah. Now, comparing that now to the Bible, Jesus did not okay the various canons of the Bible. When it comes to the qira'as that you showed me, the Prophet okayed it. The hadith is in Bukhari, and it was Umar radiallahu an, the companion, who was speaking to a companion when he was reciting in a different way, they went to the Prophet, and the Prophet himself said verbatim, there are 7 different ways of reciting qira'ah. They were all sanctioned by the Prophet. The Prophet then okayed the companions coming after and sanctions what they did to be the sunnah. Nothing was written at the time of Jesus. Jesus did not mention the companions that came after him. In fact, you had people that didn't even see him. The first one to write down the Gospel was Mark, who wrote it in AD 40, and the last was John, who wrote it AD 90.
So wasn't the Quran done 600 years after the death of Muhammad?
No, you're asking good questions. Do you want to come forward, or shall I come to you? Because the people before, bro, they just been shouting over me.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
So the Quran wasn't made when Muhammad was around.
Right. So
it was
no.
It was done after Muhammad had died.
No. So here's the thing that people don't understand. At the time of the Prophet, the whole Quran was written down on bits and pieces.
On bits and pieces.
Yeah. So papyri, on wood, on skin, all of it was written down. Listen. Then according to the first caliph brought it all together. Then at the time of Uthman, it was written down in book form. So to reiterate, it was all written down at the Prophet, brought together at the time of the first caliph. Then by the time of Uthman, it was written down in copies, i.e. in book form, and it was sent around with reciters as well, agreed by the companions. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Any other counter questions? Challenge me as much as you want, because you're a polite guy and I respect polite people. Jazakallah. I'm good, bro.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
You know, when Muhammad goes into the cave and he says he was possessed by an angel, who told Muhammad it was Jibreel? How do you know it's Jibreel?
Right. So, how do we know that it was Jibreel? The Prophet came and then he spoke to his wife. The wife took him to somebody that has knowledge of the book, which confirmed that it was Jibreel.
What book?
The previous books.
What are the previous books?
Remnants of the Injil.
Of the Injil?
Yeah, remnants.
But I thought the Injil's supposed to be corrupted. So why is he taking him to a corrupted book?
Yeah. So listen to what I said. You feel like you made a point, yeah?
Yeah, the remnants.
Okay. Yeah, the remnants, not the complete. So we do believe that the Injil was changed thereafter, but we don't believe that the entirety of the Injil was changed.
Oh yeah, but okay then. So you're saying that you think the Injil was changed later, yeah? It doesn't say that in the Quran.
I didn't say Injil was changed later.
No, you said. So what does the Quran say? The Quran says that you can't believe in parts of the book and not believe in the whole of the book.
Referring to what?
Referring to the scriptures of Allah, yeah?
Referring to the Jews that had come to the...
It's referring
Let
to
me
the
finish. I'll tell you. So the Jews came to the Prophet asking him about the punishment for adultery.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, they had the punishment of adultery in their book, which was preserved.
At the time,
but what they wanted was to ask the Prophet, so the blame would fall on the Prophet and Islam. However, we're told that why... Let me finish.
Your books, because the laws are in your books. So at the time of Muhammad, the books were not corrupted.
So in this case, let me just finish the point. Let me just finish this point.
Why would Allah then tell Muhammad to go and speak to the people of the book if the book is corrupted?
Right. It was just the point that I was mentioning, which is they came with a law. The law is also in the Quran. The response was that go back to your scripture because that law is in your Quran as well. That's the tafsir of said verse.
No, so the law, so then if you tell us
yes.
that the books are corrupted, so why would Allah...
Do we say in entirety or partially?
But you can't say that the book is some of that book. Do you know what? I'm going to take this little bit of the Injil and say, oh yeah, because it works.
So you're saying we need to take the book in its entirety, even if it's corrupted?
The Quran to do that.
No, it doesn't.
That's the Quran says you can't use part of the scriptures and not use the whole of the scriptures.
Show me that verse.
He's telling about black thing. He says Muhammad is not black. Is that true? Is that true? Was Muhammad black?
Let's break down that verse.
Was Muhammad black? He's using keeping news.
Huh?
You know, we don't care about his Quran.
No, no, no.
We
I care.
about
I
the
care.
as well.
I care about Muhammad. I don't kill Muhammad, brother. The Muslims kill Muhammad. I don't kill Muhammad, brother. The Muslims kill Muhammad.
You noted the 7 Qur'an. They're not different Qur'ans, are they?
No, no, no.
But one of them would have more words than the other.
No, for example, there are different ways of reciting one word. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, and Maliki Yawmiddin. So there are different ways of saying the same word, but we believe the meaning to be multi-layered. So the different qira'as give a different dimension to what Allah is mentioning. It never gives a different creed or doesn't have narrative altering implications.
So when Jibreel was revealing it to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, he was revealing it in the 7 dialects.
Yes,
And then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu was reciting it to the tribes that needed those dialects, right?
absolutely. Spot on.
When he was reciting those dialects to the tribes,
Yes.
did they write down what he was writing?
Primarily they memorized it.
Memorized it.
And then of course, as humanity progresses, things do get written down.
Yeah.
But then quality control, if there's no hierarchy of that quality control, then it's problematic.
Because then if one tribe is writing down the Quran and one might have more words
I'm
than
gonna have to
another.
bounce, but I know where it is, but I can't. I'm not really inversed in
Can we go on
I know
YouTube?
some
No problem.
Qur'an
Two
stuff
different
like that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
Come to speak
For being
corner.
polite and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Great conversation.
We saw
Absolutely.
22 different Qurans coming.